in that.
Thank you so much. Thank
Yes.
you.
Also, so first I would like to start by asking you, how has your reaction been? Have you been seeing all the reels? Have you been seeing what people are doing and they're getting so creative with your song? So how has your reaction been to that?
Well, I have actually seen a lot of the videos. I think they're so beautiful. I feel like it's a, an own little universe out there with Runaway that people have created this beautiful world where everything is just good. So it's very moving. People are so wonderful. I'm really impressed with how creative people are, and aesthetically, it's beautiful. I love it.
Yeah. Um, how, so somewhere I read that you wrote this song when you were just all of 12 or 13, if I'm not wrong.
I was 11 when
You were
I
11.
wrote the
Okay.
song.
So,
I don't
so now after all these years, like it's been a while since you've also released the song. So, to see where it is today, to see that, oh yes, it's out there in the world and everyone is hearing it and loving it. How has that been? Like, what were you thinking when you were writing this song, and probably when you released it, and now that it's come so far?
Oh, well, it's so strange to think about. It's unbelievable, because I never really dreamt of being an artist. It was never a dream of mine, and it was never my plan. It kind of happened by accident, but I didn't really, yes, because I only loved to write in my room. I loved writing for myself, and I found so much comfort in the music, and that was enough. So when I wrote that song, I didn't even think that anyone would ever hear it. That I would be the only person in the whole world that knew that this song existed.
Yeah.
So it's very strange to think about it now, and people are listening to my song. It is a very strange thing. It's very strange to think about. And
Yeah.
when I wrote the song, I just wanted to put sadness into words, and the longing for a safe place and for things to go back to normal, into words. So it was just a song to comfort
Hmm.
myself.
Yeah. Do you have any specific memory attached to this song? Or probably as a kid, probably when you released it, or now? Like, do you have any specific memory that comes to your mind when someone mentions Runaway, or someone is like, oh yeah, I know that singer?
Well, I remember the day I wrote it. I was sitting in my childhood home by my piano, and next to my piano I have a window, and outside of that window is the ocean. And I was just looking at the ocean, and I was thinking about it. I remember so well. I was thinking that, oh, the ocean is so big and it's so beautiful, but yet it's so scary and it's so dangerous and dark. And it just blew me away how much the ocean is. And I was just looking at it, and staring at it, and that's when the came into my mind, because I felt like that was the sound of it. It's kind of, it has this complex feeling. And then the first line of the song is, I was listening to the ocean. So it was basically what I was doing right there. I was just writing about it, and then all the thoughts came in my head. So I remember that really well. It was a very nice and spiritual experience with me and the ocean. And I also remember the first time I played it for people, and people was singing along with it, and
Yes.
how moving it is to hear many people say, "Oh, take me home where I belong." It's really touching, and it just made me feel so happy.
or Bollywood music? Have you ever?
Well, yes. I think the most beautiful thing in life is like traditional Indian singing. You know, the way you sing, and my biggest wish in my life is to learn how to sing like that, because it just touches my heart. It sounds like all the elements. It sounds like fire and wind and water and earth at the same time. For me, it sounds like how what music originally is. What the like the seed of music and singing and emotion, and it's just the most beautiful thing I know, and I'm incredibly inspired by that way of singing. And of course, Bollywood music, I think it's amazing, all the rhythmical instruments.
Yes.
And also the what is it called on English? It's a string instrument.
Sitar. Are you
Yes,
talking
yes,
about the
yes.
sitar?
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah.
I think that's the most beautiful instrument in the world. So there is something really magical to me and special about all the sounds that comes from your music, because it's just, I don't know what it is. I can't put any words to it, but the way you sing and the way the instruments sound, it sounds like meditation. It sounds like you, it
Yeah.
opens up your head and you can feel the sky and everything. It's just, it's magic to me. So I'm a very big fan, and I'm a very big admirer. I can't even say it loud enough how much I love.
Is there any Indian musician that you've heard or you probably like?
Oh, I haven't. I don't know about anyone.
Oh,
In But it's quite funny because I learned about Beyonce like 3 years ago.
oh,
So I don't even like,
oh,
I know. But I live in here like this, and I'm picking my own. But I know like we have a lot of music at home that I know comes from India. It's very rude of me. I haven't learned the names yet. But when I come to India, I will know all of them, so I can
yes.
hopefully meet them
But
in person.
hopefully, after all of this settles, after the COVID-19 pandemic, hopefully settles down soon. But do you like wish you is India on your bucket list of things to happen?
Yes, well, of course it is. Yes, it really is. And it has been for a really long time. There is just, oh, I can't describe it, but I think you know what I mean. There is something magical about
Yeah,
India.
yeah.
And I just feel like a part of my soul belongs there and is longing to go there. Like there is, yes. So I can't wait to go. I hoped to go way before. I wanted to go a few years ago, but I think not enough people in India knew about me. So my team said that there's no reason to go. But no,
Maybe
now,
now I think like millions know you. So hopefully, 2022 we get to see you in
yes,
person in India.
yes.
Yeah.
I think that's a good
Uh,
plan.
yeah. Are you? I want to ask you, what are you like working on right now? You are probably, I'm guessing, you're home. Uh, so what are you working on? Is there like anything new happening? What's
Yeah, yes, I'm working on lots of new music. So hard to speak English sometimes. I'm working on lots of new music, and I'm actually making an album, and I think I might release an album this year, but it will be sooner than
awesome?
you and later than you hope. I will release it. Um, and it's a very exciting album. It's quite different. It's very Aurora, but it is a bit different because, especially from Runaway, that people know now, but it also has a lot in common with Runaway and the spirit in it. But yes, it's a very different album, um, but it's very exciting. It has a lot of darkness and light in it, and it's very complex, kind of. If that makes sense.
So you said before in I think multiple interviews that your music is like comes from your inspiration is nature, right? You've always said that one of your biggest inspirations is nature. So in this new album, is there one element of nature that you're inspired by?
Yes, this has a lot of fire in it.
Okay, awesome.
Because the last one album had a lot of water in it, and then I had an album with a lot of earth in it,
Okay,
and this has a lot of fire in it.
great. Um, do you plan on collaborating with anyone? Is there like any musician across, not just Bollywood, Hollywood, just across? Is there anyone on your wish list that you really want to collaborate with?
I'm still looking, but I'm looking for someone to collaborate with. But all of the really famous people, the big names, I don't want to collaborate with them. I want to find someone new.
Okay.
So it takes more time because I have to find them. Maybe I meet them on the street. Maybe I meet them in India. Maybe I meet them in Norway. I don't know. But I feel like I have to find the right person that has like a hidden talent. The world doesn't know about it yet. Yeah, so I'm looking for someone not famous to collaborate with.
I mean, actually, that's refreshing because, every time we ask musicians if there's anyone they want to collaborate with, many a times the answer that we get is BTS. And
Yeah.
yeah, many a times the answer is BTS. So I think that's really refreshing that you want to collaborate with somebody new. So yeah. So I think, yeah, that's it from me. Thank you so much for speaking, for removing your time and
No,
chatting with
time.
us.
Thank
Thank
you.
you. Thank you so much. Bye.